and welcome to today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. I am Nkem Okwogo. It is a special episode as we bring you highlights from the recent launch of the Community Development Service activities for 2021 and the Director General's Community Development Service Awards with the theme Repositioning Community Development Service and Stakeholders' Involvement for Greater Impact. The event highlighted the tremendous impact of community development service as a catalyst for national development. Don't go anywhere, stay with us. The Community Development Service activities for 2021 and the Director General's CDS Awards kicked off with the introductory remark by the Director, Community Development Service and Special Projects Department, Alhaji Abdulrazak Salau.
Let me begin by paying tribute to our founding fathers for not only establishing the NYSC scheme, but made the community service CDS a core cardinal program of the scheme in line with the federal government's post-war policy on construction, reconciliation, and rehabilitation, which is in tandem with the mandate of the activities of the Community Development Service, CDS. Indeed, our founding fathers had a forward vision of 100 years ahead. It is my pleasure, therefore, to welcome you all to the 2021 launch of Community Development Services activities and the Director General's CDS Award here in FCT.
Thereafter, the Director General, Brigadier General Shuaibu Ibrahim, delivered the welcome address to participants at the event.
It is indeed my pleasure to welcome you all on this occasion of the formal launch of the 2021 NYSC Community Development Service activities and presentation of awards for outstanding performance in CDS for various categories. Honorable Ministers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Community Development Service is one of the 4 cardinal programs of the NYSC and is a veritable platform for core members to add value to their host communities. Under the program, core members identify the felt needs of the communities and work with the inhabitants to mobilize resources for execution of planned projects. Today's event also provides us with a unique opportunity to rekindle the consciousness of all stakeholders on reviving community support for improved CDS activities. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure to present to you the following that we will be formally unveiling today and other existing programs that will be launched as part of 2020-21 Community Development Service activities. A. NYSC Films, NYSC Cultural Troupe, Health Initiative for Rural Dwellers, HIRD, NYSC Sports and Cultural Festival, NYSC HIV AIDS Program, Traditional, Group CDS, Year-Round, Personal CDS, and Collaborative CDS.
The representative of the Honorable Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, Alhaji Muhammad Musa Bello, who is here ably represented by Dr. Kelvin, the Acting Secretary, Social Development Secretariat and Chairman, NYSC Governing Board, to bless this occasion as he presents his address.
I'm aware the theme for the launch is Repositioning of Community Development Service CDS and Stakeholders' Involvement of Greater Impact. Thus, within the terms of the theme, therefore, the drive to build sustainable strategies and collaborations with critical stakeholders is not only strategic, but a paramount importance as it conjures the most fertile ground for a more impactful landmarks. I also want to use this opportunity to call on the stakeholders nationwide to rise to the occasion and accord the CDS program and the NYSC the desired support for better Nigeria. Thank you.
The NYSC as a scheme harbors the single largest concentration of Nigerian youth, about 320,000. No government ignores such a scheme. Any government that is serious about youth development, about building leaders for tomorrow, about building captains in the boardrooms, community leaders, teachers, engineers, mentors, will pay absolute attention to a scheme like this. The CDS is important because we believe it's going to birth the spirit of volunteerism in this country. So I think that we'll work with NYSC to make sure that the CDS is deepened, that it serves its purpose, and that we increase the number of awards so that you look at the size of youth corpus, we'll have to increase the number of awards so that we can have them compete and bring about impactful projects.
At the event, goodwill messages were also delivered by partners of the scheme.
The commitment to excel and the achievement of NYSC has invigorated many stakeholders with similar objectives to drive national development, to partner with you. It is for this very reason that I approached the DG of NYSC to see how we can partner on a new program that the federal government has commenced. It's called the At-Risk Children Program, but it's also working to address the needs across many areas of youth and children who have no skills and no education. So it's about preventing substance abuse, it's preventing crime through sports, trying to see how we can provide vocations, we can provide agricultural learning, literacy, education, financial literacy, life skills. There's so much to be done.
NYSC, a national festival for arts and culture, were seen as a tool for unification of this country. We are working on a document that would further strengthen the community development service as is related to the creative industry. And that is why National Council is particularly happy to be part of this repositioning, which we are launching here today.
The launch of the SDG Champions in Nigeria, which is a continuation of the NYSC MTG's project, the program is intended to harmonize, refocus, and strengthen the already existing platforms of NYSC in the areas of community development service. It is essentially about effective proposed service delivery and orientation of citizens to be part of nations building. Essentially, distinguished participants, the NYSC champions are commissioned to act as advocates for the global goals in their places of primary assignment, especially in the 774 local governments, recognizing the fact that the NYSC has the capacity to extend the territorial reach of the state.
I am pleased to announce the collaboration of Generation Unlimited with the Community Development Service and Special Projects of the NYSC. Generation Unlimited is a global initiative which brings together governments, multilateral organizations, civil societies, the private sector, and of course, our young people to transform education, employment, and entrepreneurship opportunities for young people. You can be assured of UNICEF's continuous and continued support, and we look forward to seeing the positive impact this collaboration will bring to Nigeria's youth.
We are gathering the number of many of us that started our career because NYSC impacted us. We have over 1,000 of us. We are gathering ourselves to say we need to go back to that NYSC and add value. And I'm also a product, we are doing that, we are calling it the Hall of Fame. We call ourselves Generation Leader DG, they are all over the world. Some of them are controlling big money. And I had to say to them when the director said to me, what do we do? I said, sir, it was here in NYC orientation camp that our life was changed, that our future was shaped. And we think it behoves us to do the same thing for this next generation. Thank you very much, DG. We are guaranteeing you, sir, by the grace of God, what resources, both technology and otherwise, that is going to take this to the next level. We believe it's available. We believe it's possible. And with the help of every state coordinator and head of CDS, we believe we are going to bring it on the table and we are going to change this country. Thank you very much. I really appreciate this time.
The Community Development Service is one of the 4 cardinal programs of the NYSC. It serves as a platform for core members to initiate and execute projects aimed at improving the living standards of their host communities. Over time, the NYSC scheme has proven to be a catalyst for national development, with the active involvement of core members in community development service projects and programs in all nooks and crannies of the country. The Community Development Service is achieved through groups, personal, collaborative community development service, and special programs.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, join me welcome the Director General as he performed the official formal launch of the reinvigorated Traditional Community Development Service Group CDS. Director General, sir.
Group Community Development Service, Group CDS, is a year-round affair that harnesses the enormous talents and skills of core members into an effective machinery of change in our rural communities. The operations of the above is hinged on 16 CDS groups with several subgroups. Through these groups, core members execute projects and programs that improve the living conditions of their host communities. Some examples of Group CDS are Education Development Group, Anti-Corruption Group, Cultural and Tourism Group, Environmental Protection and Sanitation, Core Legal Aid, Medical and Health Services, Editorial and Publicity, Drugs-Free and Quality Control, NAFDAC Group or Standard Organizations of Nigeria Group, Road Safety, Agro-Allied and so on.
It is my pleasure, therefore, to launch the reposition of the traditional CDS for positive impact and improvement of the living conditions of our rural communities. Congratulations.
Personal and individual community development service. These are projects embarked upon and executed by individual core members in their host communities based on the community's felt needs. As vanguards of change, they strive through these personal projects to correct the imbalance in the rural to urban development. Examples: construction projects like building of toilets, bridges, classrooms, clinics, boreholes, game facilities for schools, and etc. Social and educational projects such as establishment of ICT laboratory, school libraries, extramural classes, and so on.
I gladly launch the revolution of our rural communities by core members through their personal projects in the areas of education, health care delivery, agriculture, communication, infrastructure, ICT, economic empowerment, poverty eradication, national consciousness of our values, and so on for 2021. Congratulations.
Collaborative Community Development Service. This is a concept of integrated development where the scheme works with government and non-governmental organizations with vested interests in development. The scheme and the partners develop a memorandum of understanding for a clear understanding of roles partners are expected to play in the collaboration. The NYSC is in partnership with the following organizations: United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, Jobberman, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, AFINET, Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offenses Commission, ICPC, Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, National Agency for Food and Drugs Administration and Control, NAFDAC, National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, Westminster Foundation for Democracy, WDF, National Orientation Agency, NOA, Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, NACA, National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, Energy Commission of Nigeria, ECN, etc.
I'm highly delighted to launch the reinvigoration of the partnership linkages with our stakeholders for a sustainable development of our program for greater impact in our communities for 2021. Congratulations.
Special programs. The special programs are initiatives of the Director General's intervention to complement government socio-economic development town programs in urban and rural communities. Examples are Health Initiatives for Rural Dwellers, HIRD. The Health Initiative for Rural Dwellers, HIRD, was launched in 2014 and gives the scheme a veritable platform to contribute its quota in addressing the health challenges of rural dwellers who experience difficulty accessing regular health centers across the country. It also complements the efforts of government by taking the healthcare delivery directly to the rural dwellers' doorsteps. From the inception of this program to date, over 5 million dwellers have been treated by the NYSC medical teams. Apart from the centrally coordinated outreaches conducted simultaneously nationwide, each NYSC State Secretariat also mobilizes core medical teams to conduct health missions to various communities on quarterly basis. Part of this intervention is the donation by the NYSC in conjunction with Grace for Impact of over 1,000 wheelchairs to the less privileged and physically challenged members of the public across the country.
Premise on the above, I launched the HRA program to promote the quality of life of our rural dwellers residing in remote communities by taking healthcare delivery to their doorsteps. I therefore announce the commencement of the HRA program nationwide from 21st to 24th May 2021. Thank you.
NYSC Film Production is a laudable, novel initiative that is aimed at unlocking the best potentials in the youths and a tool used in enlightening the populace on education, sensitization, and advocacy satire or societal ills and promotion of national unity as well as revenue generation, especially when it can be provided at minimum cost using the available manpower resources of the scheme's pool of professionals, dynamic and articulate core members in galvanizing funds for the development of our communities.
Tell your son to go and do his service. It's an obligation he owes to his country.
Who broke your phone?
Every graduate under the age of 30 must do a 1-year service for his country.
Service does not kill. It's just a national duty.
I want to drive into camp. I'm a prospective corps member.
Dear fellow corps members, I hope you've all been enjoying your orientation camp experience.
If you do not profile that person right now, you all will go in for it. Why are you stalking me?
So not even a single thank you.
This orientation camp is fun, entertaining, and also educative.
You are all white fowls.
We are all white fowls.
I just want to become the governor by all means.
My son needs to get the NYC discharge certificate, no matter what it takes.
NYC scheme is an institution of integrity and honor.
You are not allowed to appear in a campaign rally, that too with your youth corps uniform.
There's been controversy surrounding the governorship aspirant for GPN, John Osai. Did you or did you not serve?
And here is my NYC discharge certificate.
That's my son. I knew this boy would never let me down.
Arrange this place for another person to marry. You don't know that it can be us.
General salute! Salute!
With utmost joy that I launched this laudable project, the first of its kind, that exposes the innermost talents in the corps members to the general public. I implore the entertainment industry to use the platform of discovering talents among the corps members and provide them with opportunities for post-service employment. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to announce that the NYC film production is open for collaboration with any agencies, NGOs, and the private business. Thank you.
NYSC TROUPE. The NYSC TROUPE is a platform to promote national unity, integration, harmonious living, and social cultural regeneration for the stability and growth of our nation. It further mitigates youth restiveness by engaging them in productive ventures, promotes and preserves our cultural heritage, plays a therapeutic role in society, a potential tool for public enlightenment, sensitization, and mobilization, as well as cultural exchange and diplomacy. It is a form of revenue generation and residual income.
It is with immense delight that I launched the NYC National Cultural Troupe. One of the objectives of the NYC National Cultural Troupe is to harness the potentials of our youth for national integration and development. I therefore pray that the relevant stakeholders in the cultural, entertainment, and tourism sectors will join hands with the scheme in our efforts to improve the contents and gains of the NYC National Cultural Troupe for the socio-economic benefits of our dear country. Thank you very much.
At the end of the launch of the CDS activities for 2021, the event moved to the Director General's Award to honor deserving corps members who have distinguished themselves in the various community development service programs of the scheme. In the group and individual levels, outstanding NYSC CDS officers and the deserving collaborative partners who have assisted the NYSC in achieving the mandate of the CDS. In the Group CDS category, the award for Best Group CDS went to the Gender Vanguard and Charity CDS Group, Adamawa. The second Best CDS Group went to Gender Vanguard and Charity CDS Group, Akwa Ibom. The third best went to Educating Nigerian Girls in New Enterprises, Engine, FCT. In the individual CDS category, the award for Best Individual CDS went to Oduma Fidelis Mbam. The second best award went to Ibrahim Iyanu Lydia. The third best went to Shitu Iyanuoluwa Moyoluwa. In the CDS officer category, the award for Best CDS officer went to Rita Alo, officer in charge of Engine, Gender Vanguard, and Charity CDS FCT. The award for second best CDS officer went to Mrs. Ezine Olama Uguru, officer in charge of Engine, Drink IQ, and Youth Empowerment for Success CDS Group, Lagos State. The award for third best CDS officer went to Mrs. Hebron Demsa, officer in charge of Gender Vanguard and Charity CDS Group. In the collaborative partners category, the award for Best Collaborative Partner went to UNICEF. The second best award for Collaborative Partner went to Mind the Gap. The third best for Collaborative Partner went to SDGs. At the close of the program, it came as a surprise to the Director General when the collaborative partners teamed up to present the award of the Pillar of the Community Development Service to the Director General, Brigadier General Shuaibu Ibrahim, in appreciation of his unprecedented support for rural development in Nigeria. The vote of thanks was delivered by the Deputy Director, Community Development Service Department.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, thank you once more for being part of this memorable and success story today. Thank you and God bless.
Nigeria serves, Nigeria we serve.
Welcome back. Thank you for investing your time with us and this exciting episode of NYSC Half Hour. We always love to hear from you. Please write to us on the online handles displayed on your screens right now, and we will write back. Remember, the safety of core members in our communities is the responsibility of you and I. Until I see you next time, I am Nkem Okwagu. Stay safe.